Greetings, this is Elder Blacklight. I want to give a message I believe that has a supreme wisdom in it to Nature Boy. And, you could you could take heed or not, but, you know, you have a certain amount of influence over the young ones. And, I think you're very gifted as far as the gift of gab, but I think you have an inflated ego, and whoever's putting the buzz in your ear, if it's a Caucasian, never trust a pale face and a smile, and don't let his money influence you, because it ain't real. I mean, you got a certain amount of young brothers and sisters in the palm of your hand. And, you know, you could be like, you say you're Jesus, right? You know, Jesus never died on the cross. He had lookalikes, you know. And he could read minds. He went to school in Egypt. So he a little deeper. He had to pass tests, to be really anointed, like they say. Because you got to test your own abilities and your own character some kind of way. So anyway, I heard this young lady said that she's got work to do in Babylon. And it's all about the will. People always want to impose their will on you. If you notice in a boxing match or the fight game, the next man want to, they might be equally skilled, but it's a mind thing, he wants to impose his will on the next man, There's some kind of homosexual about that, because you find females, even though might not be physically engaged in homosexual activities, but mentally they be engaged. They want to dominate with their will the other female. The same goes for men. They want to dominate, if they see some weakness in a brother, they try to dominate him. That's a homosexual move, because when you got two people and they're supposed to be equally yoked, but one is always going to be deeper or stronger in some kind of way. And what gets that person to be a follower is that they either admire your wisdom, your strength, physical strength, or your appearance. There's something about them something about you that, makes them to submit. But if y'all around the same, if that's your peer, y'all around the same age, ain't no way in the world uh, he should have more wisdom than you, because he's still experiencing life in the ups and downs and the pitfalls. So before my time go, let me give an illustration. Uh, as far as knowing yourself, in order to get acquainted with yourself, you gotta be by yourself for an extended period of time. You gotta block out the outside world. You know, you can't have nothing interfering with your thought process. Then you gotta fast, clean out your system, because what you eat has a influence over you. So you get rid of all those impurities. And then you start meditating and concentrating. And don't lie to yourself. And all the things that you done wrong, you got to bring it up to the forefront of yourself. And you got to admit, just like a junkie got to admit that they're a junkie, because that's all it is. It's a bunch of habits, bad habits. You got bad habits, you got good habits. The bad habit dominates your actions, then and the way you think. Then you got to face that particular habit. The way you think is a habit. You think the same way and get no results, then it's got something to do with how you think. If you don't have the will or the determination to see something through, and you let someone else steer you another way, then you have no willpower. It said willpower. The will is a power. Now, you know, Jesus had a prayer like this. It said, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." We're going to stop it right there. You can say it like this: "Thy kingdom come, my will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Instead of saying thy, put my. Your will. You know, you got to have willpower over yourself. God only means the possessor of power and force. I say it means the possessor and master of power and force. Jesus says, "Do unto others as you would like it to be done unto yourself." That's the key right there. You treat others the way you want to be treated. And if someone wants to use his will over your will, you check them right from the jump street. I'm going to give you another illustration. It was this man, you know, that had a house on the corner. He took pride in grooming his grass. Around the corner was a school. A lot of school children passed that way going to school. So one smart kid, you know, one smart child, I put it like that, decided to cut across his grass. Now, I'm going to give you two endings to this story. Let you decide for yourself which one is the best. The man didn't really want to say nothing to the children because he didn't want to get in no confrontation with the parents. So he allowed the children, the first guy went across the path, all the rest of them followed his lead. They cut across the path. Pretty soon he had a little track or a little road in the middle of his grass, you know. And it was too late to say something, but once he seen that little, all the grass worn away, and he had a dirt road going across his lawn, he decided to say something. After, the damage was done, he tried to say something. The other ending is this. When he seen that little boy go across his grass the first time, because he was watching him, he should have came out, told him don't do it. If he had to stand in the middle of his grass every day children went to school, you got to train people to treat you like you want to be treated. You got to train them like that. That goes for the white man also. You gotta check him and tell him, you ain't going for it. And you don't follow nobody blindly. You never follow anyone blind. You always got to think for yourself and don't let nobody think for you. If you let somebody think for you, you letting them use your mind. People are like this. If they see if they got to think for you and they see you ain't using your mind, they going to use your mind. And people try to influence you and with shiny things and, trinkets and money or whatever your weaknesses is. Sex or whatever. White man's good at doing that. The Caucasian. He tell you, you can have abundance of women, you can have abundance of money, whatever you desire. Just like Jesus, when he fasted in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and then the devil showed him his empire. Say, if you bow down to me, you can have all this. But Jesus simply was saying, I got all of it anyway. But I don't want, I let you have that part. I create my own part. See, we over here in Babylon, and the devil has imposed his will on us all over the planet. And you got to remember, we the original people of the planet. Get all that melanation part. The reason why we are melanated, it proves that we were the original people. The lighter you get, or the whiter, if you white or Caucasian, you way on the other end from us, and you have become a new species because you have lost all of what we got. You also done lost your mind, but you haven't lost your intelligence. So you persuade our people to be like you. And that's what Nature Boy is doing. Nature's all around you anyway, brother. Nature's in us. We made the planet. we made the sun, we made the stars, the moon. You got to go all the way back to an atom. You know, I ain't got time to get too deep into this, but I'm gonna come back with another one, and maybe that should end it. Stay tuned, just to be continued.